Harsh, you've been telling us about the fantastic and very futuristic changes in technology which are happening now. Tell us from the policy perspective, how do you see the landscape? How has it changed? There are several initiatives by the Narendra Modi government on GST, on ease of doing business. From your perspective, what is important?
Yeah, no, I think we've seen a lot of policy initiatives by the government which have been very supportive to energy access, to energy efficiency, to make lighting available to all, to make cities more livable. So, for example, our smart city program or entire solar mission that Prime Minister has announced, or Prakash Path, where he wanted entire India to be LED-fied so that our energy bill comes down. So, a lot of these have actually contributed and helped lighting industry. Speaking about smart cities, lighting makes cities more livable and safer, and hence lighting is emerging as one of the key pillars of a smart city. So connected digital lights, street lights, is one key pillar, and we see that work now happening across many cities.
So you could have a light on a street which could be off, but as somebody passes or walks, they keep lighting
Absolutely.
up, as you would see in a high-end hotel.
Absolutely.
So you see that kind of technology being deployed on streets, very normal, ordinary streets of Delhi cities, Indian cities.
Yes. So of course there are some cities that are more advanced in this than the other, but yes,
Is it happening already?
It is happening already.
Can you give me an example?
So we do have a new capital that is getting built or has almost been built for state of Chhattisgarh. That has adopted this.
The new Raipur.
Naya Raipur. That has adopted this, and that is already done. And then there are many other cities that are under implementation.
And Amravati is being planned. I hope you will have an occasion.
Hopefully, but that's few years down the road. But here it's as already done. So that's one key vertical. Second, 20-30 crore of Indians don't have access to reliable power. And when somebody in that rural community gets power, first thing they use that power for is light. 70-80% of consumption in rural India of power is for lighting. So energy access is as much as lighting access. So solar rural lighting is another big thing that's getting promoted now. That's making light available to those who didn't have light. And in fact, we as Philips Lighting are globally committed to eradicating light poverty. That's one of our global commitments that we've made, and we are actively working.
And on this eradicating light poverty in India, where do you stand?
So in state of UP, we worked with the government to install 40,000 solar rural lights in 800 villages. As a part of their Lohiya Awas Yojana, more than 45,000 rural houses have got solar LED lighting. Similar work is happening now in Manipur, has happened in Tamil Nadu, and this is going to catch on with government policy framework also now encouraging this through MNRE, which is a part of Ministry of Power. So that's a second policy initiative that government has taken, which is propelling this sector forward. Third one is equally important, is while new things come, you need to standardize them to make sure the quality and consumer experience is good, and you don't get flooded with cheap, not suitable products that fail and actually take you back. So BIS, which is our Bureau of Indian Standards, took initiative in coming up with various standards for LED lighting. And not only they came up with those standards, they've made them mandatory to sell them in India. Now, we are very supportive. As soon as they came up with those standards, we made all our products compliant to them. And as they get enforced more and more, we believe even the consumer experience, a city experience will improve and will aid the adoption.
One final piece, you identified very interesting parts of it. On GST, the impact would be both on manufacturing and the value chain as you were outlining earlier. Will it significantly reduce costs and perhaps have an impact on the consumers as well?
Not really. It will help movement of goods better. You don't have to have multiple warehouses, so ease our logistics and supply chain cost. But does it fundamentally change the consumer experience? Not.
But at the back end, it will be more efficient, and therefore I think consumers will be able to get better technology faster. At the point of the future, what would you like? Is there something which you think still needs to be addressed at the policy framework level, which will make things better?
Indian government has been extremely supportive and progressive on some of these policy frameworks. The pace of LEDification that they ushered in with Prakash Path, or the smart city initiative, which is going to go to eventually hundreds of cities, a solar mission. I think these are global scale, not experimented or tried anywhere. And the good part is they are not on paper. We actually see them happening on the ground. So there is nothing more that one could ask. We would just say, let's do more and more of it. And we are all supportive behind each of these initiatives. And even Make in India program, we make everything in India, and we are very supportive of Make in India.
And you said you're also selling it to other markets from India.
That is right. We sell to over 20 odd countries out of our factories from here.
Right. Thanks, Harsh. Thanks you so much for being with us, and I'm sure that you will continue to light up our lives in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you.